안녕하세요, 여러분. 내 이름은 티파니예요. 그리고 나입니다. So, what's this video about? Well, I had a pretty lengthy conversation with a friend the other day, and I offered some advice and hoped it would be taken. But then I realized that I never really take my own advice. So, we've all been talking about people needing to humble themselves and take accountability, but I believe that we're all going to have to take that step at some point during this process. So I'm going to start. First and foremost, I have a very big, loud, foul mouth, and while I'm not ashamed of that, I am very aware of the issues it can cause when my reactionary attitude snaps in an instant. I'm not ignorant of my flaws, but my pride gets in the way of humbling myself around them and actually admitting them. So I'm going to aim to do that now. Second, I want to address a couple of people by name, and please know that if I don't say your name in this, don't think you're not important to me or my heart. It's just these people are weighing heavily on my mind. So the first I'm going to say is Sonia. So I don't know why I snapped so rudely at you, but I have regretted it. You're an insanely intelligent and insightful woman with a big heart, but you're never afraid to speak out and stand up for things you believe in. I am very sorry for the language I threw at you and the heat in my voice. I won't downplay it by saying I didn't mean what I said, but I will say I meant it in the moment because it was fueled by irrational anger. I don't expect anyone to ever be obligated to accept my apologies, but I am genuinely very ashamed of what I did, and I am sorry. You went to bat for me when I was so lost about the abuse of my uncle, and I treated you so poorly. And also, if I'm honest, your accent and your dialect kind of mesmerizes me, and now I'm addicted to your videos, so I'm sorry. Corey, I was bitterly disgusting to you, and that's not right. I know we've had our conversation in private, and I'm going to keep that private. But in the spirit of transparency, I am going to say here and now, I am deeply sorry for the language I used against you and the attitude I used. It was all very, very unjust and uncalled for. I think we're both people that have like this side of us that we don't show others ever, and sometimes that can run us up against brick walls. Lastly, I want to talk to Cat's Rule. What can I say? It was after my blow up with Corey that you kind of shocked me into place. You told me, and not verbatim, I wasn't going to subscribe to you because of your attitude and your language, but that there was something about me you wanted to give a chance. I realized that no one had ever made me realize that my attitude could cause me to miss out on friendships, and yet you still gave me a chance. You've become my touchstone and my grounding friend that keeps me within the boundaries of, would Kath be disappointed in me if I did this? Thank you. I mean, truly, thank you. You gave me a chance, and now I have a friendship that I truly cherish. Sam, you knew it was coming. So we've also spoken privately, and I will keep that private as well, but I'll say this here. I stood against you because I was at one time afraid of going against the crowd. It wasn't until the day that I was completely done with the molds I thought that I should cram myself into that I found out how freaking amazing you are. Sparked by a love of planning, I found a friend that is blunt, true, honest, loving, and more caring than most people ever realize. Thank you for giving me a chance and letting me be a friend. Also, if you don't wife Yaba, I'll start a war, and that's a true story. The thing is, I'm done with people in general. Honestly, on YouTube and especially in my real life. I'm just done, and things have happened that have broken my heart and shattered my trust and pissed me off. But on the other hand, things have happened that have opened my eyes to a set of people that stand up for their morals and never go with the crowd just for the sake of following. I wanted to say that this community means nothing to me, but that's a lie. I mean, it's like absolutely 100% a lie. Because I find myself gravitating towards this community, and I know without question that I would be devastated if I couldn't talk to most of you anymore. So I'm trying to set an example of humbling, and I know that others have done so, or some that don't even need to, but I never have. Guys, I know I'm stubborn, but I do eventually come around to the moral high ground. But I also want to mention one more thing. I don't care if you don't like the people I've mentioned, because that's your right, and that's not a right I'm interested in taking from you. Not that I could. But your dislikes do not dictate my own, and if you can't be a friend with me because of who I'm friends with, well then, quite frankly, I don't need you or want you in my life. But overall, I love you guys, truly. And for those of you that I didn't mention, I love you as well. And for those of you that I love dearly that have been chased away, know that I miss you and I wish you would come back. For those that have disappointed me in the past few weeks, I'm working through it and I'll find my way to the other side. But currently, I haven't. So, that's a me problem. And I'm not asking for anyone to deal with it with me. I'm just asking for patience. So, if I used to talk to you a lot and I don't talk to you anymore, just give me time. I need to process some things mentally and emotionally. And, I'll come back around. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening. And like I said, if I didn't mention your name, it doesn't mean you don't mean anything to me. It's just those people were in my heart. So, 아무튼 여러분 감사합니다. 안녕.